Hello everyone, welcome to another DSP video. We're gonna watch this weekend preview and kind of talk about it. So let's enjoy watching this, I guess.
Aha!
Aha!
Now look too zoomed in. Boy, I can't. You know what it is? Sorry, everyone. Give me a second to zoom out. You know what it is?
Very
Is that I do
professional.
different shows during the course of the week, and
Very
each show
professional.
needs like a different perspective with the camera. And today, is that good? That's better. Still a little too close, I think. Today, I was doing my Crash Bandicoot 2 gameplay, which has a face cam, and I had to have the camera zoomed more in, and unfortunately, it got way too close. There we go. It got way too close, and now here we are. So now it's a lot better. Hello, everyone, and welcome. DSP here, and this
Okay,
is the
my
weekend
video is
preview.
better now.
Today is October 4th, 2015.
Why would
Thanks
I
for watching the
want to do
video.
this?
It's going to be a big, eventful week. This is going to be a very important video covering not only what you're going to see this week, but also it's going to cover some important questions regarding the possibility of that Halloween event that may happen later this month. And we're also going to cover basically a summary of everything you can expect this month.
Let's
because
do this.
what I want you to know is exactly what I
The
will
man
and
who
won't
changes
be
his
playing over the
mind
course
every
of
time
October,
with the schedule.
so that there's no
It's gonna talk about his
misconceptions
month.
and people are confused about will I be playing this or that, etc. I'm going to do my best to clarify in this video, all right? Almost like a month-long summary. So,
Month-long summary.
let's talk.
Let's
It
talk.
is October 4th.
Talk
October
turkey.
has started, ladies and gentlemen. And I do want to say thank you to everyone who did pledge to my Patreon, whoop, right there, in the month of September. The good news is we had over 150 people pledge, which is just on par with every month usually what we have. The bad news is, unfortunately, we got the bad eggs who put in false pledges, fake bidding.
You know what? I just thought about this. Why should the viewers care about this? Like, think about it. Like, go to other, like, YouTube pages where they have a Patreon. How often do they talk about how oh, well, these people cleared today. Oh, these people didn't get their payments cleared. I mean, the only thing I hear about Patreon on other channels is them saying thank yous, which makes sense. But I've never, like, why should anyone care about this?
And,
I don't
they
care about
drove
this.
up the amount that
Well,
it
you
looks
should
like I
have
was
talking
going
about
to
it,
have
because I wonder
achieved
why.
on Patreon by around, I'd say probably around $300, quite honestly. And because of that, it was uncertain how much I had actually raised and if we were going to be able to hit our top goal, which for the month of September was if I did $1,250 of fundraising, I was going to do a Halloween mini marathon event where patrons who pledge $5 or
It's
more are
kind of
going to be
cold in
able
here. That's why
to
I'm like saying like
both
this. I'm not
nominate and
like
vote on what
judging him or
games they
anything.
want to see me play in this horror marathon
He's
on
like
Halloween. And even I was out
teasing.
yesterday, out and about, and Leanna and I went to a temporary Halloween store in our area, and I saw some cool ideas. I said, man, if I do this Halloween marathon, I could do face cam, I could wear a costume. This could be pretty sweet. So I'm actually really excited, but I'm going to stick to my guns, and I said this, I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm only going to do the event if we hit the funding level. Because if I just do the event willy-nilly without having hit the funding level, it means nothing. That means that people won't.
I like it. Like, this kind of is like how a parent talks to their kid, like, with discipline. Like, if I want my kid to behave, so I can't just give him a toy all the time. I have to give him a toy when he earns it or something. Like he's saying like, oh, if you want me to do this, you have to pay me money. If you don't pay me money, I'm not gonna meet you halfway here. I'm not gonna do that. Like, it's just, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but that's kind of but it's still shitty because the other thing is that earlier this year when he started doing Patreon, someone please correct me here or link me because I don't know exactly where this happened, but I remember him saying like, "Oh, we were close to hitting these goals, so instead of just saying no, we're not going to do it, well, we're going to see that we reach them and just kind of round up." So he did that already. He did what he said that he doesn't do. So that's kind of what I'm saying, which is kind of shitty because he kind of already opened the floodgates to that expectation already, and now he's like, well, now I want the money. Okay, now I need the money to do this. That's kind of shady and kind of shitty. Um, and it's also kind of shitty coming from a guy who claims, I don't put my content behind a paywall. Well, now you're putting this behind a paywall. Or, unless you call it something else. I mean, I kind of joked around saying, "Oh, this is a motivation wall." He's putting this behind because he wants to get you motivated to donate.
Motivated to play in the future because they'll
Sorry.
say, "Oh, it's okay. If Phil doesn't hit the goal, he'll still do the event anyway." The point of a goal on Patreon is that I do something out of the ordinary, something that I normally wouldn't do.
And again,
All right.
this is a shitty way to do a Patreon because like I've seen other people do Patreons, they never do it like this. This is a kind of a very shady ass way. Um, when you look at, let's say, like Hot Diggity Demon, dropping some names here, they have like Patreons. He has a Patreon that's like, oh, if you donate this much, you'll either see like a special stream of me doing some like animations or storyboards or excuse me, something like that. Or you would get like really early access to an animation or whatever, something. He doesn't do that because he claims that the detractors are gonna post his videos online. But the truth of the matter is that if he had fans, which he does, I assume he has fans, they wouldn't care. They would still pay you money because like it's not like you're going to a panel and you don't want that to be recorded. That's different because you can kind of see that up front. But again, this is like people will always pay money because it's not like they have to fly, from here to I don't know. It's just it's kind of shitty how he has his Patreon set up, and it's kind of
In order to reward the
shady.
patrons. So, for example, I've now done 5 marathons this year, including 3 indie marathons and 2 Crash Bandicoot marathons. That's crazy. I never ever did marathons before. I did 5 of them in 2015, and for the most part, people seem to really enjoy them. So that's how it works. Now, some people, unfortunately, I hate to say this, trying to stir up drama. You know who these people are. I don't have to name them. Saying that, but Phil's only doing this. He's making you pay for things that he's done for free before. Bullshit. I haven't done a full-fledged day-long Halloween special in 3 years. You want?
Except for the time where he did it last year. I'm pretty sure he did a Halloween special last year, which was 2014. So I guess that is 3 years away in fill time, but that was last year. I'm pretty sure you did a Halloween special last year. This is gonna sound really like weak, but I guess you can correct me if I'm wrong here. But I remember seeing. I'll tell you where I got this information from. How about that? I was on my Twitter, and someone did a screen cap of one of his Halloween specials he did in 2014. That's how I know he did one last year. So there you go. And it said uploaded 2014. So that's kind of uh that's my kind of source. I got that from Twitter. So hey, if I'm wrong, please tell me and say no, it's not, or something. If I find out the truth, if I find out that he does, I'll maybe link it in the link below, or I'll edit it in this video. Who knows what I'm gonna be doing? Who knows? Let's see. Let's
Last time I
continue.
did it, because I can tell you, it was 2012, and I did a marathon of certain games, a lot of which ended up sucking, so it wasn't a great marathon either. And the reason I did it, because in 2012, I probably had about double the viewership that I have today. So when I'm making a
Oh,
ridiculous amount of money,
because he did 5 Nights at Freddy's and Slenderman, but no, actually, when did PT come out? When did he do the PT stream? I think he did that last year. I think that came out last year. They took it off this year. I
it doesn't matter if I'm in the middle of a main game playthrough or not, a big mainstream game that everyone wants to see. I could take the time out to do a Halloween special. 2015 Dark Side Phil is not 2012 Dark Side Phil, unfortunately, as you can see. I don't get anywhere near as much viewership as I did back then, and because of that, I have to work on the things that are more important. So as a
but like, why not just take one day off to do a Halloween special? And honestly, that might even bring him more views, to be honest, because it's something. It is something different from his channel. That would have been something like if I kind of knew him and I was like, if I subscribed to this guy, I was like, oh, he's playing Metal Gear. Okay, well, I don't want to see that because I haven't beaten it. Oh, he's playing Mad Max. Okay. Then it's like, oh, Halloween special. Like, oh, a Halloween special. Oh, maybe I'll check this out. Like, that's how you get people to come to your channels. If you do stuff that is interesting to them, just because you do, he just wants these day one views of these main popular games. But why not just experiment with the Halloween specials? Take the risk. Why? You can't
reward if I
afford to
did
take
raise
one
this amount
day.
of funding. I said, okay, I could take the day away from those main games, which we're going to talk about in a moment, by the way. I'm going to talk about what games I'll be in the
But
middle of.
again, the other thing is that he takes money off of Patreon. He takes money from Patreon, so he couldn't. Maybe he could just not have the Halloween special be a Patreon goal. Maybe have like other Patreon goals that would go into doing that, but it's not like, oh, just do something that is interesting and fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. I hope I'm making sense here because like he could have like maybe have his statues on Patreon. Like, oh, if you donate this much, I'll give you this statue with something special on it or something. And then you could be like, okay, I'm gonna do a Halloween special or something. Just you don't have to have the Halloween special be on Patreon, but whatever.
At the end of the month, in order to do a Halloween marathon, and I really want to do one. Previous years, like the past 2 years, I didn't get to do one. Previous years, like 2 years ago in 2013, I didn't do anything for Halloween. Leanna actually visited like that weekend, and we did a very short. It wasn't even 2 hours of Fatal Frame 3, but it wasn't like a Halloween event or anything like that.
But when
And
did you
last year, I really
Slenderman
didn't get to do
though?
anything. The only
Whatever.
thing I did was like an hour of Tomodachi Life on the 3DS, where I just dressed them up in costumes because I've been so busy around this time of year that I don't have time to do it. So I really would like to do it.
Maybe that's
So
what he was
here's an
doing. Maybe he was
update
playing Tamagotchi Life and instead it was a special.
for everyone, because I tweeted this out last night, but I want to put this officially in a
So you
video.
didn't really think
all right?
that might
As
be
of
used
right
whatever.
now, we are close to hitting the goal. I can tell you right now, we are around $100 away from hitting our goal
Honestly, I would have
to
done
do the
goal.
Halloween marathon.
If I was
However,
him, if I was him and I was only $100 away, I would just do it. I would just do it because that's like such a tiny amount compared to the amount that he was asking for that goal for that perk. Or goal, I guess. It's such a tiny little thing.
20 patrons in the month of September who pledged, who were all declined. Now, I don't know why they were declined. It could be because they had incorrect
So
information.
again,
It could be
why
because
do
there
I
was
care about these
insufficient funds in
people?
their accounts for whatever their pledges were. It could be that they were fake pledges. And that's the problem, is I get the feeling one or two of these pledges were probably fake. And that's
What if? I mean, it is probably trolls, but at the same time, what if let's say I went to his Patreon, put up, and I was like, I want to donate, I want to pledge to this guy. Then I continue watching his video content, and then it's like, oh, okay, so great, they didn't charge me yet for pledging to his Patreon, and because I don't really like this guy anymore. I thought he was a cool guy. I don't like him. I'm just gonna not pledge anymore, and then that's how I would get declined. What if that was the case? If that is the case with some of these pledges, I hope one day some guy messages him back and says, "Yeah, I know, I don't want to because of this, of their own reason." I would like to see his reaction to that, but I doubt that's gonna happen. But a man can dream. A man can dream.
because, like I said, people looking, oh, look, Phil's going to hit the goal, hit the goal. Oh, it says he exceeded the goal, and I didn't. All right?
Gonna hit the goal, guys.
So, I have contacted, as of this morning,
8 minutes.
20 people
Fun.
who pledged to me in September for Patreon, and for whatever reason they were declined. If we can get a handful of those people to update their info, fix it, and go through, we're going to do this Halloween marathon. But I mean, people have to take action on this. I told you, I cannot just do it out of the kindness of my heart. Then no one will pledge because people will say, "What's the point?"
But that's the other thing. Like, you could use that as good as positive PR for you. Like, yeah, I didn't make it, but I was like 100 away, and I'm just gonna do this anyway because it would be really fun for my viewers and all that and all this stuff. If he did that, that would be great. But he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it. Actually, no, I'm gonna switch the angle here. How about that? Because again, I have a dual monitor setup, and for some reason OBS cannot record on the second monitor, so this way I'm not like looking this way all the time, and it's not as distracting. So this is a good.
Anyway, so I can't. I have to stick to my guns. It's a motivating factor to get.
It's a motivating factor.
I'll tell you, I've actually.
See, it's not a paywall; it's a motivation wall.
Got a really interesting one coming up in November. There's something I would like
Another
to do in
interesting
November
perk.
Or early December. That.
Okay, this is what I find funny. He kind of hyped the October whatever the Halloween special, and it's not doing well. No one wants to fucking donate to that apparently. Now he's like, well, there's a really cool one in November. Everyone, please, like, I would have just tried something different, saying because obviously that didn't get people to run and give you their money for the Halloween one. Why would they run and give you for one for Thanksgiving? And who? Whatever.
I've got an idea for, and I really would like to do this, but again, it's going to be a goal level, and if we don't hit the goal, I have to stick to my guns and not do it. So we'll see. I'll keep everyone informed for the next day or two to let you know if anyone updated their info on Patreon. I actually got one message from one person saying they had, and that it says it's going to go through. So if we can get a handful, maybe 5, 10 people, hopefully out of the 20, update their info and their pledges go through, I think we're going to hit that goal. All right, I'll keep everyone in the loop over the next couple of days. The problem is we're at the mercy of
What about Sammy
Patreon and at the
Samosa?
mercy of these people
Well,
to
Sammy
fix their pledge
Samosa
info. Hopefully they
donate
were
some
all
more. I mean,
false
he's
bids, which would really suck. All right, I see false bids. I meant false pledges, by the way. So that's all I'm going to talk about for Patreon. You'll hear more about that this week, and then later in the month when I set up the goals and everything for next month. All right.
Wait. So, see, this is kind of what's shitty about his Patreon. It's a lot of unnecessary thinking about it because usually when you go to Patreon, it should be for that month. So when he updates it, it's for next month. Like that's pretty fucking.
Let's
Whatever.
talk about now this week what you can expect.
Okay.
And then what I want to do is outline the rest of the month for you so you know what games to expect this month.
Great.
Because there are several games that I'm skipping out on. And I'm going to preface this video with this, just so there's no misconceptions. I very strongly considered playing both Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero Live this year. Unfortunately, at this point, I've decided against it. And the reason I've decided
He's
against
scared
it is
of
very
trolls.
simple. I already had massive copyright issues, false copyright issues, okay, from trolls and detractors just a couple months ago. If you remember in August, I had all these false copyright strikes, and I lost my ability to stream for a week or so, and it was a pain in the ass. Not to say that I was in jeopardy of losing my whole business, but I wasn't able to fully work the way that I wanted to for a few weeks. And I'm worried. I'm worried that if I play these music games, regardless, even if, because I think Harmonix came out and said, well, if you play Rock Band, don't worry, we're not going to flag you for the music. But I get the feeling it won't matter because YouTube's copyright system is such a broken piece of shit. What's to stop someone else from impersonating, I don't know, some music group and saying, oh, Darkside Phil used this song in this video, and I am the legal copyright holder. And even if they're not, since YouTube's system is completely fucking automated, they'll just run the algorithm. Oh yeah, the song matches.
Man, he loves
and give me
like
a
shitting
copyright
on
strike.
YouTube.
So I'm sorry, everyone. I'm telling you right now. I want to play Rock Band. I want to play Guitar Hero. I want to do these things, but there's nowhere I have opportunity to do it without losing my business.
Or
at least right now.
Or what he can do is open another channel and do Rock Band on that channel.
As of right now, it sucks. It's a shitty situation. I think that it should be fixed. I think that YouTube should stop their bullshit. They need to fix their copyright system, but they didn't yet. And it's too much of a risk to lose the business, or even just for a few days.
I'm gonna check my battery so that it's too much. I
can't. I need my business operating every day to make
money,
pay my bills.
We don't have to put in the charge right
And there's too many malicious trolls out there who are abusing the system, finding the loopholes in their piece of shit automated system. And unfortunately, it looks like that's kind of the route I have to take. Okay.
Okay. Take a sip. Drink.
So that being said, what am I playing this week, and what am I playing this month? Tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to resume with Crash Bandicoot 2. For those who weren't here today, I played a big stream of Crash Bandicoot 2, about 3 hours of content. I'm around 70% through the game at this point, and I advanced maybe around 15% today, but I'm at like the hardest part of the game. People are actually saying, Phil, the stage you're on right now is the hardest stage. And there are tough stages coming up, but this is by far the hardest, so if you can beat this, yes, you'll be able to tackle the rest of the game. So I'm in the middle of that stage right now, and I'm going to continue that tomorrow on first stream. Maybe I can beat Crash Bandicoot 2 on first stream. If I can, great. If not, I'm probably going to continue it second stream and try to finish off the game. That way there's no lingering playthrough that I never finish. I don't have to hear from people, you know, who watched the marathon back in July that I scammed them. That was another thing that I'm going to be honest, I'm angry about.
Angry.
I'm fucking pissed.
I'm fucking pissed.
For a month tried to say that I scammed them.
But here's the thing. Everyone has every right to kind of assume that with you, Phil, because what happened with Project 7? You got $1,250, didn't deliver, took the money and then pocketed it. And I'm sorry, that's what he did, because he put the money back into Patreon, and then it went back into his pocket. So, yeah, you do the math with that. So that's the other thing. There's other playthroughs that you did that you didn't beat, like Parasite Eve is the one that I keep hearing about. I feel like there's another playthrough that he hasn't beaten yet. So that if you just look, if you just research, I'm sure you could find out what's this? You find out what games he didn't beat. I'm sure you can easily research. I might add the list in this video. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I'm probably gonna be lazy. I know me. I'm a lazy motherfucker. But yeah, that's why people say that and you keep.
Because I
Let's
promised a
continue.
full Crash Bandicoot 2 playthrough when I did that marathon as a Patreon reward back in July, which I never did. People completely made shit up, and unfortunately, people fall for it. People are gullible and they believe what they're told rather.
But a lot of people get that information from your Patreon though. Like, you promised 7 hours of 7 hour playthrough gameplay stream, and then you didn't deliver a 7 hour gameplay stream. And they were like, "Oh, well, the detractors are making that up." No, they got that from your Patreon page, and they probably thought you would do a full Crash 2. Then you out of nowhere decided to do a completionist run, which mm,
looking in black and white at the facts where it's just, I never promised a full playthrough of Crash Bandicoot 2, and no one asked for me to play the game in August when I was asking what game should I play. No one asked me to play.
and this is another this thing right here. This thing he's trying to weasel in is not even a reason. It's an excuse. It's an excuse not to do Crash 2 because here's the thing. He didn't finish Crash 2 during the summer. Okay, great. Uh, then he says, "Man, there's nothing to play." Like, and this is the same issue I had with, like, I'll get to this later. I'm gonna go in order. Yeah, he didn't know what to play, so he asked his fans. He didn't sit there and say, "Oh, I'll do Crash 2." He asked his fans what to play. And I think people did ask him to play Crash 2, but then he said, "No, no, those people aren't they're just haters, they're just trolls trolling the polls, so we're not gonna do Crash 2 because that's a cheat or whatever." And then, with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 being a piece of shit, the whole week he was like, "Oh, what game am I gonna play now? Um, I can't do Batman because that's 1 hour, which is nonsense. I don't know what game to play. I don't know what game to play." It took him all the way until like Saturday to even consider Crash 2. Until Saturday, the day before he actually played it. Really? So, like, that to me kind of tells me that he wasn't thinking about Crash 2. So he was either hoping that people would forget about that playthrough, or he was hoping to hold on to it and put it as another Patreon goal later on. But now that he magically decided I'll play Crash 2, it's okay. Like, it took him a week. It took him a week. If I was in his shoes and I had Crash 2 on the back burner, or I didn't finish Crash 2, and I was like, well, man, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 sucks. I need to play another game. Oh, I have Crash Bandicoot 2 I didn't play. I'll do that. He didn't do that. He was thinking for a week. That is kind of shitty, in my opinion. That it took him a week for him to come to the conclusion that maybe he should do Crash 2.
But I said, you know what? I've got 2 days now, today and tomorrow, Monday, where there's nothing really going on before the new releases hit this week.
Oh, so now
so that's what I'm doing
okay,
tomorrow.
Phil.
Now, if I beat
Come
Crash
on,
Bandicoot
really?
2 earlier tomorrow, then I'm going to do on second stream the hopeful conclusion To the Moon. This is an indie game that I've been playing all year. I'm near the end, but I haven't gotten to the end. I need about an hour and a half to 2 hours to finish it. So it'll be perfect for second stream, but we'll see what happens with that. I need to finish definitely.
Wait, so if Crash 2 becomes second stream, what's gonna happen to the Moon? What's gonna happen to that playthrough? Are you ever gonna go back to it? Will it be on the back burner until the next indie marathon?
I finish Crash Bandicoot before I finish up To the Moon. All right.
Okay.
So that's tomorrow. Tuesday, new releases. All right. What releases am I playing this week? Well, there's 3 that I'm interested in playing. Number 1, Transformers Devastation is top of my list because I'm a huge G1 Generation 1 Transformers fan. I grew up with the
I'm
Transformers
a huge
cartoon,
insert
movie.
product
I loved the
fan.
Transformers.
I'm a
hate
huge
the fact
fan.
that Michael Bay bastardized and destroyed the fucking Transformers.
Yeah, no one
his
really
grand
complained about the
run
first Transformers
with these
movies
fucking
until like
Yeah,
later. That's
fifth
when
one now,
the
because
Transformers
fucking
movies kind of went down. But
unbelievable. People who go fucking pay to see
whatever.
that shit. I just
I'm
don't
surprised
get
they're
it.
making a
But
5th one after
they're making
all
there's
this
new games
shit.
coming out this week, and it's made by
Before.
Platinum Games. You remember Platinum Games? You know, the makers of Bayonetta, the makers of Metal Gear Solid Rising Revenge. You know,
Metal Gear
the guys
Rising,
people who
but
made
whatever.
really great games. And of course some crappy ones too, but some really
There's
good
only
ones.
one
I'm
crappy
hoping
game
they
they
did a good
made.
job with this because I would
The
love
Legend
to
of
go
Korra
through a
game, in
rip-roaring,
case you're wondering. That's
action-packed
the worst
G1
game.
Transformers game this
But
week with you,
whatever.
and I hope that you're excited like I am
I'm a
because I
huge
love
Platinum Games fan,
Transformers.
by the way,
The
so that's probably
Transformers
why I
playthroughs
don't
that
see
I've
a
done
lot
over
of
the years are
games
actually
from them,
some of
because
the
I love
best
all of them.
viewed, I would say, of all the ones that I've ever done, and I hope that you'll join me for Transformers Devastation this week, okay? So
Okay.
that's my number one focus. Number
Number
two,
one.
Metal Gear Solid Online is
Metal
released
Gear
this week on
Online.
Tuesday. So for everyone who bought Metal Gear Solid 5, beat it, now you can play the game again because Metal Gear Solid Online is supposed to launch. Of course, everyone's kind of uncertain. How is this going to be? Is it going to be worth playing? Because now Konami, kind of shit the bed and they got rid of
Oh my god,
Kojima
stop
and his
pulling your
team.
hair.
So is anyone at Konami even really working on this fucking thing at this point?
But,
Or is this just like...
okay, but here's the thing. In case of people who actually believe Phil on this, I'm gonna enlighten you on what's going on with Konami. Well, kind of. I'm not gonna say I know the facts, but this is what's going on. Kojima is leaving Konami, right? Gone. Now, of course, when people leave a company, a lot of the people that were close to him will leave with him. So, like, probably Yoshi Shinkawa, for example, will probably leave with Kojima because they're both really good friends. Sorry, there's like a popcorn kernel in my mouth. I sound like Phil, but anyways, let's go on with what I was saying. So yeah, Kojima's leaving, and he has some of his friends going with him. Now the people working on Metal Gear Online are staying with Konami. Konami isn't gonna be like, okay, we're gonna release Metal Gear Online. Now there's gonna be an empty room of people working on that game. It's gonna be great. No, there's gonna be people working there because there's countless articles of the people who are working on the online portion saying we're gonna support this game as long as we can. We have a lot of plans for post support, post launch support. We're gonna be constantly updating the game. So they're still working on the game. It's just Kojima's the one that's leaving, and maybe some of his friends, but not the you know the devs, not the devs, but whatever.
and like an afterthought. Oh yeah, they were working on this. Just release it. If it doesn't work, fuck it. No one knows. It's up in the air. It's kind of an uncertain thing. So if it works, great. If not, then screw it. Because there is a third game that I want to play this week. Disgaea 5. And it was actually some 5+ years ago when I played Disgaea 4. It was a big departure from my comfort zone, and I sucked at first. But once I kept playing Disgaea 4, I got much better at it, and I was able to actually excel at it and do really well. So, the good news about Disgaea 5, couple things. Number one, it's on PlayStation 4, so you're going to have better graphics and everything than PlayStation 3. And number two, PlayStation 4 has remote play. So that means even if I'm sucking at the game, maybe I can spend an hour or two at night grinding using my PS Vita when I'm downstairs with Leanna, maybe watching some...
But doesn't every PlayStation 4 game have remote play? Like, I don't think Disgaea 5 is the only one. Like, even multi-platform games, you could do remote play. Like, every PlayStation 4... Oh, whatever.
television or whatever, at night I spend a couple hours relaxing and watching stuff with Leanna. And maybe then I could, get ahead. Because I remember when I played Disgaea 4, I grinded every night. I could probably do that now, too, okay? So...
Oh, I like how now we can do gaming off camera, off stream, but before he could never do that. He said, like, years ago that, oh, I can't do this off stream, off camera. No, I can't do that. That's impossible. Now it's like, I can do it.
That's a very strong possibility. I'm going to be starting that sometime this week. Let me explain the schedule, all right? Tuesday, first
16
stream will
minutes,
definitely be
guys.
Transformers. Second stream, I want to play Metal Gear Online if it works. If it doesn't,
Oh,
it'll be
I hope.
Disgaea.
I hope I get into a lobby with him in Metal Gear Online. I'm definitely gonna... Come on, Phil. I want to be in a match with you. I want to see how good you are as a gamer, man. I want to see you play online. I want to see you play this game. Because I played Metal Gear Online 2 religiously. So,
It's
yeah.
going to probably be more Transformers, and then
Yeah,
hopefully
you
Metal
bet.
Gear Online. If it doesn't work, Disgaea. What I'm thinking is by, say, Thursday, Friday at the latest, I'm going to be beating either Transformers or be so tired of Metal Gear Online that I won't want to play it anymore. So whatever happens first, Disgaea will take over that slot full-time, okay? And that'll carry us into next week. So the weekend, you'll see a full session on Sunday of probably one of the games, and then Monday will be split between two games. So you're going to have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, all 4 days, I'm going to try to do 2 streams. If anything changes that, I'll let you know. But all 4 days, I'm going to try to do 2 gameplay streams, all right?
All right.
And it's going to be those 3 games kind of rotating around. Now, announcement,
Announcement time, guys.
This Saturday, I'm taking the day off, not from totally working, but
Whoa.
from streaming and gameplay this Saturday. This is probably the final day I'm going to take off until, say, near the end of the
Like,
year
why
when
does
I'm
he
going
pull
to
his
maybe
hair
go
so
to Seattle with Leanna
hardcore?
and spend some time there for the holidays, a couple days, I'm thinking. But I'm going to take one day off this Saturday. I want to do something fall related because we've lived here now for over a year. We've done almost nothing locally. You know, everything we do is like go to a store, go to a restaurant, but we haven't taken in the local culture. We haven't seen the local sites. And there's actually this really cool pumpkin patch at a local farm. They have a corn maze and stuff like that we want to do. So this Saturday, we're going to take the day off because we have to go in the morning. You can't go at night. They close early. Go in the morning,
Man,
go there.
his
We're going to
hair
film.
is
We're going to
so
vlog
weird.
us
But
picking
why
pumpkins.
is he going to a pumpkin patch and a corn maze? Isn't that kind of stuff you do with the family? Like, isn't that a family thing? I mean, I might be talking about my ass, but that sounds like a family thing. That doesn't sound like something that two adults would do. I mean, maybe it would be a dating thing, but at the same time, these people should basically be married at this point. Like, aren't they a little beyond the dating phase? Like, they shouldn't be still dating. They're living together. But whatever. Anyways, yeah, isn't that like a family thing? I don't
Us
know.
going maybe through the corn maze,
I
and then
would
we're
have
going
just
to
gone
check
to a
this
haunted
local
house
park.
like
So we're going to
that's
do some
like
cool
targeted
vlogging for you
for
this Saturday.
older people,
Okay.
like
There
18 and
also will be
older,
a new
not like
DSP
the
Tries It this
children or
Saturday that
whatever.
will be released. So there will be content for you this Saturday. It just won't be
But like I was like,
gameplay.
I want to see the sights of Seattle. I know, I'll go to a pumpkin patch. Like really, you're in Seattle and that's what you think the sights are is a pumpkin patch? It's like I'm gonna go to Greece. Oh, I want to take in the scenery. I know, I will go to the subway or something. Like it's just like what?
It's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
vlogging, all right?
Take a sip.
But then Sunday, we'll return back to the normal routine and we'll get into the gameplay again. So,
Okay,
two streams. Two streams
two
on
streams.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The games will be Transformers Devastation, Disgaea 5, and Metal Gear Solid Online, kind of rotating around. And of course, every night I'll update you
I hope
at night on Twitter.
I'm in the
At,
same match.
oops. At They Call Me DSP with the updated schedule so you know exactly what I'll be playing the next day. All right. So that's
Oh
fun.
yeah.
3 completely new games. We're finished off all overdue, lingering playthroughs that have been going on for the past several months, and we really can move ahead forward positively into this hardcore gaming season with all the new stuff. I hope you're going to join me for that this week, but I'm not done. Now let's talk about
He's
the
not
rest of
done.
this month so you know what to expect from me, okay? I just want to let everyone know I am picking up the Uncharted collection. I'm not going to be playing it now.
Well, really? Like, I made a note about this in Attack of the King. Go back to watch that video. Watch me talk about this. He shits on Gears of War and I guess the God of War remaster, whatever. He shit on the Gears of War collection. I'll use that as a strong example. He's like, no one cares about Gears of War. Okay, why do I want to? Why do you want to see me play a game that no one cares about? Now it's like, oh, the Uncharted collection. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. Hell yeah! Like what? And then he goes like, what? And if he, yeah,
But I am going to pick up the
come on,
Uncharted collection. It's the
really?
Nathan Drake collection. It's called for PlayStation 4 for a possible replay, with the newer graphics of Uncharted 2 and possibly 3 as a lead-in to when Uncharted 4 comes out sometime
See,
next year.
okay, see, if you're gonna use that as an excuse, like, oh, see, he's just playing it to get into Uncharted 4. What about Gears of War 4? Like, yeah, I know he's gonna play that game. Is he gonna get the remaster of Gears of War and play each one or whatever to lead into Gears of War 4?
All right, so FYI, I am getting that collection. Just want to throw that out there so everyone
Yeah,
knows.
after I shit on all the other
The
collections.
second week of October, I'm going to
Like, he's the kind of guy, like, he has to be a fanboy of Uncharted or something. He has to be a fanboy because he does these things that a fanboy would do, or like a fanboy that wouldn't admit he's a fanboy. That's like for a while I wouldn't admit that I'm a Platinum Games fanboy. I wouldn't admit that for a while, but now I'm like, yeah, I'm a Platinum Games fanboy. I love that game, but that's like, yeah, I'm not a fan of Platinum Games, but I'm gonna get Legend of Korra on PS3 and PS4. I'm gonna buy Vanquish. Like, yeah, you're obviously gonna sit there like he's a fanboy. So like I don't know. He does these things that just make me think he's a fanboy. I don't know.
focusing on whatever's left over. So if any of those games, I'm assuming Disgaea will be, because Disgaea is probably an insanely long game like the last one was, right? I'm going to be focusing on that. And the new games for October, the second week of
I
October,
also thought you
are
didn't like this
the
guy, but
first
whatever.
DLC release for The Witcher 3, which the name eludes me. I knew what it was, and I lost it. It was on the top of my head.
Oh,
It's
Witcher
supposed to be
3,
about 12
son.
hours long, which means if I play it on and off all week, I should beat it.
I
So
should be
we're
able to
going to
get
be
money
balancing
off
that
it.
with this guy at 5. And I want to see what people have to say about this. Dragon Quest Heroes. This is a game from the makers of Dynasty Warriors. Think Hyrule Warriors. Remember Hyrule Warriors from a couple years back? It was the combination of The Legend of Zelda with Dynasty Warriors gameplay. Well, take that off the fucking Wii U and put it on the PlayStation 4 so it's going to be gorgeous, 60 frames per second.
Yes, because that was the biggest issue with Hyrule Warriors, was that it was on the Wii U and it didn't look gorgeous. Now that it's on the PS4 and it's going to look gorgeous, all the problems with Hyrule Warriors are going to melt away.
I love the Dragon Quest games. For those who don't know, I actually played Dragon Quest, I think it's 1 through 8. All the ones that were
Oh, he
on
loves the Dragon
Nintendo
Quest games
3DS,
that he never talks
I played
about.
every single one of them, and I love that series of games. I just never got to play the more modern ones. I think there was an 8 and 9. Yeah, 8 was on PS2, I think. And wasn't there one 9
But he does say he plays 1 through 8.
I don't know. I didn't play those.
But whatever.
But this is supposed to take all the characters from the Dragon Quest games and put them into that Dynasty Warriors. Plus, it has RPG elements to it, supposedly, that are different from, say, just Hyrule Warriors. There's actually RPG elements. So that's a pretty unique game, and I want to check that out. So that's what I'm thinking for the second week of October. Now, if someone's like, oh, I heard this game sucks, don't play it or whatever, let me know. But I'm curious, how would you like that for the second week of October? Does that sound good? Now, games that I've left out here, Yoshi's Woolly World. That game is coming out on October 16th in the United States. It's already been out in the entire world for 4 months. I shit you not. Everywhere else in the world, Europe, Japan, all these other markets have already had this game for 4 months. But they delayed it in the United States because they wanted to fucking produce and sell amiibos with it. Because Nintendo is a bunch of greedy fuck.
Yeah, Nintendo's greedy. Not like Europe had to wait, later to get games that are already released in the States. No. Now that since it's the other way around for once, it's because Nintendo's greedy. Okay, Phil. Yeah, okay. I mean, I like how he complains about this. I mean, Europeans always had to deal with that shit. They always had to wait a long time. I mean, in Metal Gear Solid 3, it came on the States first and it came on Europe last. When it was released in Europe, they added features into it. They gave a demo theater. They gave pretty much almost everything from Subsistence was in Snake Eater in Europe. And they did that as a way as a thank you for waiting for so long, or like something to make up for the long wait for them. That's why they added those features. Oh, here, yeah, it's a little weird that the States is getting last, but who cares? Because it's just a game, and it's not like, oh man, it's not like if Metal Gear Solid 5 came out first somewhere and then we got it last, because that's completely ridiculous, because then people will be able to get spoiled. There's really nothing in Yoshi's Woolly World that is spoiler. That's spoilerific. That's like, oh man, I got spoiled with Yoshi Woolly World. This is ridiculous. This is a ridiculous argument.
They don't care about the game. They care about selling amiibos because that's where the profit margin.
Of course, he has to sell amiibos. He has to.
I didn't get to play the game when it was new. Therefore, Yoshi's Woolly World, I want to play it, but it's definitely not a priority because everyone else who wanted to see it probably has already seen somewhere else somewhere else in the world play it. All right.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
Why would they ever want to watch me play it? Why would anyone of my fans want to see me play this game with my girlfriend right next to me? It's beyond me.
Well, playthrough that I'm going to do with Leanna eventually. When things cool down, when the hardcore gaming season
that's to cool down. Everything has to cool down
first. And now we have a little bit more time. That's probably something we'll do once a week on Saturdays. Okay, but we're not doing that yet. FYI, that's going to come up later in the future. But I am picking that up that week. Okay.
Okay.
The third week of October. All right. This is an interesting one because I'm thinking there's going to be leftovers now, at least from the first 2 weeks of October. There's going to be games I haven't beaten, whether it's this guy at 5 or Dragon Quest or whatever. I know we're going to have leftovers. The only major release for the earlier part of the third week of October is Tales of Zestiria. Excuse me. I'm going to pick it up, but I'm not going to play it right away. Tales of Zestiria. I've already played this series a game before.
But why buy it then? Why not just buy it later? He's throwing his money out on games that he's not even gonna play until he doesn't know when. Who does that? It's like, man, I don't know. I think that's a little waste of money. Just buying games, then you're like, oh, I'm not gonna play it, but
that like for a cool summer playthrough, right? This could be, or maybe some of the downtime
A
is
summer
earlier
playthrough
next
is gonna be a
year,
summer
say
playthrough, so
late
why
January,
buy it
February, if there's not a ton
this
of
year?
games coming out. That would be a cool few weeks that I could play Tales of Zestiria. But
Whatever.
right now, I don't think it should be a focus. I think it would distract, especially because I'm playing this Gaia 5. I already have been playing that for weeks. It would take the focus off of that. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to pick up Tales of Zestiria, but I'm not going to be playing it. However, on October 20th, the final episode of Life is Strange is coming out. So for those of you who
That's
saw
still
episode
like,
4, holy fucking
wow.
shit. That was a crazy ass episode with a huge
I'm waiting
twist
for the
ending
whole
we
thing to
never
come
saw
out
coming.
at this
How is this
point.
going to all end? We're going to find out. And the episode is supposed to be released October 20th. So I'll definitely be doing
Finally get
that
spoiled with
week.
this.
I'll be trying to finish up leftover stuff from whatever was left over from the month. And that Friday, Assassin's Creed Syndicate comes out. So I'll start playing Assassin's Creed
Oh, that's
Syndicate
Creed.
that Friday to carry us into the weekend. The final week of October, we've got both Halo 5 and WWE 2K16. Now, I don't have a co-op team for Halo 5. I know that John Rambo obviously is not doing co-op with me anymore. And, you know, who else would I recruit? The Area Lord, who played a previous Halo game. I think he played Halo 4 with us. He's over in Great Britain right now on going abroad and studying and stuff. So
yeah, he can't just go online in England. It's not like he could get go on our friend's Xbox One and play a game, play Halo 5. Because it's not like in England they have internet.
Out of the question.
Whatever.
I may or may not be looking for people who are interested in playing Halo 5 with me. When I say that, I mean the campaign. The campaign is a co-op campaign.
It's a
So if you're
co-op
interested,
campaign?
and you're
Really?
obviously someone who I know and trust. Sorry, if you're someone who I'd never heard of before, chances are I can't trust you. All right.
Oh, that's
Message
shitty.
me. You guys know how to reach me on Twitter or email me at darksidefil@hotmail.com and let me know if that week you're interested in maybe doing the co-op campaign.
Then what's the amount of people that you trust then? Because like his website is kind of like a small little shell of people. I mean, is he gonna play with Sammy Samosa?
In worst case scenario, I'll play through Halo 5 solo, and I don't think that's a terrible scenario anyway. I've played through them before solo, no problem. But it would be cool maybe to do some co-op if it's possible. So Halo 5, and of course WWE 2K16. Are you kidding me? I'm so psyched for this year because Stone Cold Steve Austin campaign. Holy shit! Who doesn't like the fucking rattlesnake? You know what I mean? The Texas rattlesnake is an awesome wrestler. He's
Oh, that's why he's not doing Halo 5.
We're gonna go through
He's
his entire
fanboying
story
over
mode. It's gonna be
WWE.
such a good
Okay.
story mode, seriously. And
Yeah, I can
if you
understand
haven't
that.
heard, they dramatically improved the game this year. They brought back 100 created wrestlers. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can actually do my Sims again. Remember how I stopped doing Sims because there was only 20 created wrestlers and I couldn't even store enough wrestlers to do a pay-per-view and like a fantasy match? 100 created wrestlers are back. Tons of new creativity things have been
But
put
what
into the
about
character
Hulk Hogan? Is Hulk Hogan in the game?
creator now. Like, basically, they really upgraded the fuck out of the game this year because everyone complained that 2K15 was shit. So I'm really excited for
what?
WWE this year. And yes, I
What?
will be bringing back at least for this.
I mean, are the WWE games having the 2K, like WWE 2K15? I don't know. Actually, I don't
There's some
know.
simulations and things, so a lot of potential for nice, fun future content coming out of WWE 2K16. So that's all the
I
stuff
guess that's what it's called.
guaranteed for this month.
You should know since he's a fan.
Games like I told you that I'm not playing right away, but I am picking up Uncharted Collection, Yoshi's Woolly World, and Tales of Zestiria. I will be picking up, but they may be played at a later date. All right. Now, if we do hit this Patreon goal, all right, then that final day of the month, October 31st, it's a Saturday, I'll be doing a marathon day of horror games. And
Yeah, you can't take the day off to do it himself.
Who pledged. It's not a donation, it's a pledge, and I should say that.
No, it's a
$5 or
donation.
more in the month of September. They'll be nominating and voting on what horror-themed games to see me play. I'll dress up in a costume, and that'll be a fun way to celebrate not only Halloween, but the end of the month to move into November.
Again, like, Mega 64 does a Halloween cast, and they get, they don't make money off of the podcast as much, so they do it for free every year. Every year. So I would most rather pay money at Mega 64 since they actually do stuff for free for the viewers than this guy. This guy is just like, he wants to be paid for everything that should be free. And everything, it's ridiculous. I don't like his business model. It's so sleazy and shady that it's like, I don't want to like give my money to this guy.
Another crazy-ass gaming month coming in November, but we'll talk about that when we get to it, all right? So I hope I just gave you a very thorough preview of what to expect for the entire month of October. This week starting strong with the conclusion of Crash 2, Transformers Devastation, Metal Gear Solid Online,
Metal Gear Online.
and
Hope to see you
Disgaea
there,
5.
Phil.
That's a lot of fun stuff for 1 week, in my opinion. I hope, and as you can see, one major change I made this year from last year, I purposely
Everything has
am
to be
weeding out
paid.
the games that I know are not going to fit and I won't have time to play. And I'm saving them for a future date. I'm not going to do what I did last year, where I promised everyone I'm going to play every game, and then I ended up not playing games for 5 days at a time, and no one was satisfied because everyone was like, it takes too long for you to play the next game. I know that was a fuck up. That was the first time that kind of thing ever happened. I'm going to do my best to
Does
juggle
that
the
mean
games
fucked up?
and
He
make
fucks
it
up
so
all
that
the
we're
time.
not doing so many games at a time anymore. Maybe 2-3 tops a week, if that. Okay, that's why I said the second, third weeks of October, there's not a lot coming out. Fine, I'll finish up and keep playing the games that I'm playing rather than, oh no, another game, now I'll never get back to them. All right?
Okay, take a sip.
So, thank you, everyone. I want to
Thank
say
you,
that.
you
I want
worthless
to say one
humans,
quick
for the
thing.
views.
Please, don't take stuff for granted. And the reason I'm saying that is because I did in the month of September. I really didn't mention Patreon that much. I just kept saying to
5
everyone,
minutes.
oh,
Don't take his Patreon for granted. It's all like, what? Wait, is that what? I'm gonna rewind. I'm gonna rewind that.
thank you, everyone. I want to say that. I want to say one quick thing. Please, don't take stuff for granted. And the reason I'm saying that is because I did in the month of...
Don't take stuff for granted. What kind of message is that for your viewers? Don't take stuff for granted, guys. Like, what?
September, I really didn't mention Patreon that much. I just kept saying to everyone, oh, we've hit my Patreon goal all month, don't worry. And the next thing I know, at the last minute, we're scrambling because it didn't look like I was going to hit the goal. I took it for granted. I get the feeling a lot of people take my content for granted. I'll be honest. I've been doing this since 2008, right? I've been doing it...
They take your videos for granted? What? Dude, they should be watching your stuff for free because you're posting stuff on YouTube. And then it's their responsibility if they want to donate or not. They shouldn't be
silly since 2008. I rarely take time off. When I do, it's very quick. It's rare when there's a day when there's no new video, no new stream, no new content. And I think a lot of people take it for granted. The reason I'm bringing this up, the month of September for me was not good. All right? The reason I'm saying this, you might have thought, what? Well, I don't understand. You came off really strong off of this really amazing Until Dawn playthrough that had great views and everything. Absolutely, you're right. You're right there. You started Metal Gear Solid 5. That did good, right? Well, yes and no. Metal Gear Solid 5 did really good for me that first week. And immediately after that first week, everyone was like, well, it's just Metal Gear. And people stopped watching the playthrough. Now,
or maybe they saw you play it and was like, hey, you know what? I want to play this game. And then they start playing it. And they're like, wait, you know what? I should stop watching his playthroughs because I don't want to get spoiled of the ending or later on in the game. Because, you got pretty far. Let's say I think you got pretty far in the first week. I wouldn't stick around if I was watching it. Like, the intro, like, okay, maybe I'll watch that. But if you were getting further and further into the story, I would have just booked it out of your videos because I wouldn't want that game to be spoiled for me. Because if I was planning on playing it, why would I watch your videos before I beat it? Like that's the first thing I would assume if my views were low is that, I guess people didn't want to get this game spoiled. That's just me.
I don't know if people will eventually keep watching that playthrough as they progress in the game, but I'll tell you, the viewership went from really good that first week to abysmally to almost nothing.
But it can't be his fault. It has to be the viewer's fault. They have some reason why they didn't watch it. It has to be their something on their end. It might not have anything to do with my commentary or anything. No. I make perfect commentary. It's obviously them that's at fault. Okay.
Being that game was so fucking long and was a major focus of September, the fact that almost no one even talked about any other game. Mad Max almost completely ignored, swept under the rug. No one talked about it. Soma, a game that I love, not really survival horror, but a good psychological game where I could give a lot of commentary. No one really paid attention to it. And, the only real other thing that got any attention in September was Super Mario Maker. And I am happy that came out because that was my second best thing of the month. But I'm going to be honest with everyone. September, a month when normally I would have thought, wow, because of all the games coming out, I would have done well. It's my actual worst month of this year. And that's fucking crazy. I did better, overall business-wise, during the summer when there were no new games, right? When I was just juggling other stuff. I did better earlier this year when we had dud months, like February, where all the games sucked, like Evolve in the Order. That month did better than September. September, I couldn't believe it. I just looked at the results because they finally tallied them up or whatever on YouTube. I looked at the analytics. I was like, I actually had the worst month ever in September of this year. How the fuck did that happen? Because I didn't realize it. I don't think anyone realized it. I think people are taking it for granted. Well, Phil's here. He's playing the new game, so he's doing well. And that wasn't the case in September. I actually did better during downtime of the summer than when the newer games came out in September. That's fucking crazy. And that's the
Because
first
the
time
thing with the summer is that you didn't sit there and try to rush through games. I mean, you kind of rushed through Crash at times, but you had less. You were lenient with stuff, and then when they see you in September, they probably were like, "Wow, this guy's not really enjoying the games." It seems because he's rushing through the games. Like you were really rushing through Metal Gear from the stuff that I've seen, and it's just like, why would anyone want to watch that? Why would anyone want to watch someone trying to rush through games just so they can beat it? And that is the issue right there, is that you're not really enjoying your games, or at least you don't seem like you're enjoying your games, and you're just kind of rushed through the games. I mean, no one cares, or no one should care, that if you beat a game or not at a certain time. That's ridiculous.
the reason I'm bringing this up, is because I
Because I
want
didn't
to keep
make enough
doing
money
this full time
this
as a
month.
business. You know what I mean? I love it. I've done this since 2008. I've done it as a job since late 2010. I can't have the busiest gaming season of the year be my worst time. I just can't. I will not survive. I won't be able to keep doing this. So I hope.
Despite taking all the money from your patrons. Okay, I'm gonna take on the battery. All right.
Really,
what
that
am
some
I
of these
charging? You
games
might
coming
hear a
up are
snap.
interesting to you.
Sorry.
I hope that if
Sorry,
you like them,
guys.
you'll watch the full playthroughs, that you'll spread the word, you'll watch the reviews. Because, by the way, I took a lot of time out in September to do 4 different reviews. And, the Metal Gear Solid review did great, and everything else. And that's what I mean. If I'm going to take all this time out to film and edit and spend half a day and not do a stream because I'm doing a game review, people need to watch them. It's that simple.
Yeah,
I've
they
improved
can't just.
how much have I improved this year? The audio quality with this mic, the video editor I use to do the review. Everything's better now, but I need that buy-in from you, the viewer, that you're going to check out the content that I'm putting out. And
But here's the thing. I'm gonna give you some little things on how I do my YouTube channel. On my main channel, I upload videos. There's some raw footage I put up there because it's either an update video that's like, oh, okay, it's just an update video, or it's me playing Skullgirls, and I just kind of put it straight onto YouTube, even though I do minor editing within the PS4 editing. But I'm working on this video series that I'm working on, and it's almost done. I finished recording everything. I just have to kind of convert files and edit them, and then I'll be able to start this weekly series. I don't really like. I know my view. Like, I don't really think about views. It's not like, oh man, I can't edit this because I need to get money. I need to get views, so I should just do streams and not focus on that. Because the thing is that long term wise, like, if I put more effort into these videos, more people are gonna check them out, and it will have a better staying in relevance than if I just rush out a video just to get views. Like, I wouldn't want to like work on an art video and not do a picture in picture with it. Maybe not edit it. Maybe not speed up the footage and just kind of do one like take on an art video, upload it straight immediately. Like that would just be lame. I mean, I used to do videos that used to just be me sitting in front of a camera and talking, and every single comment I got was, "This is boring." Why should I watch this? So now it's like, okay, well, I'll try to do something more visually. So I added an art thing to it because I actually liked art speed drawings. I love watching those, and I was like, I should get into that. So I got into that, and that was fun. And I love doing that. I still do it. Um, I don't really care how the views are on those videos because it's something I want to do, and I know if I work hard, those videos will always pull in views, always, because people will always want to watch my videos. Like I do a lot of reviews. I did my last review I think was on Ruby, I think, and I was like, okay, I'll upload this, and the reviews have been pretty good on that video. I'm really pleased with that video, and I did a video on Metal Gear. It has 11 views right now, and that's fine. I don't care if it has 11 views. I think it's great that I got that many. To be honest, I was expecting maybe like 5, and then I got 11. I was like, wow, that's really cool. Um, and I still do that. I don't really care how much views. I just hope that people enjoy my videos. That's all I care about, and that I'm feeling that I'm proud of my videos, and I'm proud of all my videos. These DSP videos are a little different, but whatever.
To be honest, I really was taken aback today. I looked at the
I'm
results for
surprised to get as
September
much
because it
views as I get on
closed,
these videos, to be honest.
as a month with the analytics and all the data. And I looked, I was like, you gotta be
Like,
shitting
look
me.
at
How?
this.
And I
This
just
guy
know
doesn't
maybe
even
there's
sound
something wrong. Maybe
grateful.
YouTube made a miscalculation, but it is what it is. The numbers are what they are. I'm going to get paid when I'm getting paid, and it's the worst month that I've ever had. And I'm just
And
like,
he's still getting
how?
paid, and
When
he's
I had,
complaining.
solid
If anything, he's the one taking this for granted because like he got one bad month and he's already like worrying. It's like I don't get any paychecks from YouTube. I get like maybe 11 cents on my main channel. I'm not sitting on like complaining about that. I'm happy with my channel. How my channel is progressing. I love my channel actually. I'll always promote it. With this guy, it's like he gets paid money to do these videos, and he sounds so miserable every time. He sounds miserable now.
on certain games. It must be that people literally just we watch Metal Gear,
Yeah,
we
it
watched
must
a
be the
little bit of Mad
people's
Max,
fault
we watched a
that your
little bit of
videos
Solo,
are
okay, and that was it. There was
failing.
no buy-in.
Okay,
There was no I'm gonna watch the
this
whole
is
thing, and
shitty.
that's kind of what happened. I was
This
stuck with
kind of brings
maybe
this
four
kind
major
of
games
bums
the
me
whole
out that
month,
this
and
guy's
most
on
people they
YouTube,
would
gets
watch
all this money,
the
and
whole
he's
thing. They watched one or two
complaining.
videos and they went away. And unfortunately, that's what happened. So I'm hoping this month. I mean, we got
Like,
good
he should live in
things
my
this month.
shoes.
I'm
Maybe
really
he'll
excited
be
to play
more
more this guy and
better.
Transformers and Metal Gear Online. I'm very interested in Dragon Quest Heroes, which is a hybrid action RPG
I
with
got
all
the
kinds
name
of
right
cool
for it, isn't
elements,
it?
and the conclusion of Life is Strange, a DLC for Witcher 3. Halo 5, WWE, Assassin's Creed.
Batman.
There's so many, right? Please, I hope it's a solid month this month. Really, I could use it, and after that month of September, I need something to kind of motivate me to get back on the horse. You know what I mean? And feel positive again. And I do. I
Really?
want to
He's
feel.
getting
I'm
depressed
excited for
over
the games.
this?
I just want you to enjoy the games with me. I don't know what happened in September that made people maybe not tune in or
This
something.
guy is the most
But let's come back
ridiculous
strong in October.
guy.
All right. All right. So that is it,
Really?
everyone. Thank you.
No, I gotta pause this because I don't want to talk in a blank screen. But really, he got like pretty low views for his in 1 month, and he's like, "Well, I need more views, so like hopefully my next month will be better, and I'll be able to feel positively again." Like, really? Are you trying to say that shit to people? Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting really salty over this because I have a YouTube channel, and it's like part of this is jealousy, I guess, because he has he has more subscribers than me and he gets better views than me consistently, and to hear him complain is so fucking ridiculous. It's like me going in front of someone who, um, doesn't have a lot of food. Let's say that he has that. It's like going into a homeless. It's like going up to a homeless guy and then complaining about like, man, my house, the heater is always on or something. I just complain about the smallest thing about my house in front of a homeless man. Do you think that homeless man is gonna be like, oh, that's I don't know, it's just ridiculous. I've never seen a guy complain so much about where he's at. If he's the one that sounds more ungrateful than his fans, than his viewers. I mean, he sounds worse than them. Ugh, whatever.
Information regarding this status of the September Patreon, and if we're going to do the October event in the next few days, fingers crossed, out of the 20 people who were declined, some of them read their inboxes and they fix their pledges, because I really want to do the event, but I got to stick to my guns. I'm very much looking forward for more Crash 2 tomorrow and to get into the new games this week. Thank you. Peace out, everyone. And this week, no patron crawl, because unfortunately, like I said, the patron pledges aren't done yet. Once they're done, next week we'll start with the patron crawl thank yous and stuff like that. But for now, I'm DSP. Thank you very much for tuning in. This has been the Week in Preview. I'll see you for new games this week, and peace out.
Wow.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna show you I talked about this video series I'm doing on my other channel. Theo does videos. I'll probably put this I'll put it in the description, the link to that channel. What the video is that what the video series is. This is giving a little advertisement, a little teaser, I guess. Um, I did this character model. I might as well show you this. I did this. I drew this. I looked at images on Google to kind of get references, and these are basically studies that if you want to get down to the nitty gritty. So I wanted to do ink. I wanted to kind of experiment on that. So I did this. I did a video of each on each video on each character. I did a video on each character, and it's gonna be me talking about why I like these characters, why these are my favorite characters. Something you might be able to recognize from here, and something probably you're not surprised why some of these characters are on this list. Maybe some will surprise you. So hopefully you like looking at this, but hopefully you'll check out those videos because I worked pretty hard on them. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this for months. I started the idea kind of came in June, and then it kind of progressed, and I finished it just now last night. So I was really happy that I was able to work on those videos, and um, I really can't wait to upload them. I really can't wait to share them. But they'll be on my Theaters Videos channel, not this channel. This channel is only for our friend DSP, Darkside Phil. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video. Um, I'm really, I always get shocked when I look at the views. It's like, wow, this many people watch this. Like, um, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and hopefully you check out my other channel because I like that channel a lot more. So, see you next time, my friends and viewers and homies. You're all homies, guys.